Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elect apostle elders, that great millstone, that well. Shalom to the elect Akio there. Do this work to serve in truth and not for vainglory, in season, out of season. All right, brothers, just want to bring a couple of scriptures. This is Isaiah 54, and I'll read 7. Isaiah 54, chapter, and the 7th verse. It says, For a small moment have I forsaken thee. And who is that talking about? It's talking about the nation of Israel. Okay. You know, the Most High forsook us. Why? Because we broke his law, statutes, and commandments. Okay. We broke his covenant that he made with us. Okay. We broke the agreement that he made with his chosen people, the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay. That's why we're in the condition that we're in today. Okay. That's why we continue to suffer, because of the covenant that we broke with Yahweh. Okay. Which is the Most High. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. You see, so Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, with great mercies is going to gather the nation of Israel, man, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? It says, In a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Yahweh, thy Redeemer. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, even though Yahweh hid his face from us, you know, but he's going to have everlasting kindness upon and mercy on the nation of Israel. You know, and this is a part of the message that we're pushing. Okay? That the Lord is going to redeem his people, man. Okay? The Lord is going to redeem his people, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Even though the so-called white man is in rulership and the heathen nations are in rulership, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you know, you're living in the ghettos and the slums. You know, you're destitute, man. You know, all these curses, okay, that is spoke about in the book of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. All these curses, man, is going to go on the enemies. Who's your enemy? The so-called white man in these heathen nations, okay? All right. Let me go to Isaiah 14 and 1. Okay. Isaiah 14 and 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord is going to have mercy. Yahweh is going to have mercy on Jacob, which are you so-called Negroes, West Indian Haitians, and Israel, and yet choose Israel, which are you so-called Latinos and Native Americans. Okay? So, I mean, it's plain and simple. All right? It's plain and simple. Okay? So that's who the mercies of Yahweh is going to be on. Okay? It's going to be on the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, starting with the elect. Okay? Starting with the elect. Okay? Hope you've been edified. Shalom.